Fellas, we begin the show with an awesome matchup. The Miami Heat and the Orlando Magic in the regular season finale between these Sunshine State rivals. So let's take you there right now, and let's get to the highlights. And we've got Dwight Howard on Tuesday and the Orlando Magic beating the Miami Heat. They took a 2-1 games lead in the series with this win. Really, it's the save Dwight game as the Magic beat the Heat 104-98 in overtime. And it was Noche Latina at the American Airlines Arena in Miami.
What happened to El Magic there? It's got to be a Spanish word for the Magic.
I'm not sure, but it was definitely El Heat. We know that. And Chris Bosh came out hot like fire. 5 for 5 starts of the game for Chris Bosh. Miami up 17-10. Sam, here's Dwight Howard throwing it down.
Give the ball to Dwight on the post. Let him do what he do. Strong baseline move. Nobody can stop that.
That jam brought the Magic within 9. Then it's LeBron James. I can't believe we had to wait 3 highlights before we got him into the mix here. The driving layup put Miami up 8. Quentin Richardson had a game, Brevin. 5 threes.
This is what he does. He's become a spot-up shooter, physical defender for the Magic, and when he's making the perimeter shot, opens up the paint for Dwight Howard.
Timeout, Miami. More second quarter action. Watch Dwayne Wade. One of the best and one players in the NBA, if not the best.
He's the guy that should have the ball in the fourth quarter. Every time.
Well, this was the second quarter. And Dwayne Wade in the fourth quarter of this game would play very well. Jason Richardson steals it. Tahito, back to Jay Rich. We call that the give and go.
That's the give and go, and then the touch foul on top of it. Nice break there for the Magic.
Tight game here in the third. LeBron to Mario Chalmers for 3. He's had a fabulous season as the starting point guard for the Heat. And then LeBron James hits the J with 8/10 remaining in the third.
Did he call glass?
I believe he did. He's that good, isn't he? He was
I don't think he called glass on that.
3 assists from a triple-double for LeBron. 1 of 5 steals for LBJ right there. Leads to a layup from Wade. Miami now up 6. And then it's Chris Bosh. He had a big game here in and 1.
Yeah, he had a great first half, and then they can't forget about the big fella in the second half, but a nice finish on the pick and roll there.
Miami took an 11-point lead. Bosh had 23 points and 7 rebounds. Dwayne Wade filling it up in the fourth quarter, putting the Heat up 11, and they did not look back. Wade had 31. Details on his fourth quarter coming up. Miami wins by 10. So the Heat moved to 33-11 with the win, and they have now won 13 straight at home. The regular season series is over between these teams, tied at 2 games apiece. The home team won every single matchup. Dwight Howard went for 18 and 11. He's gone for 15 and 13 in losses to the Heat this year, 24.5 and 24.5 in wins for the Magic against the Heat. Here is ESPN's Rick Bucher after the game with Dwayne Wade.
17 points first 3 quarters, 14 points in the fourth quarter, and it was nip and tuck. What was your mindset going into that final period?
We needed something. We needed a jolt of energy, and I decided I would be the one who bring it. We turned up our pressure a little bit, and just being aggressive on offense, and my teammates did a good job of finding me.
We're so used to seeing you guys play with high energy. It's always been here at home. It's sort of gone away from on the road lately, but it took you a while to get into it today. Can you give us an idea just sort of what this team's going through right now?
Well, long season, man. Everybody going through. We only human. So we're gonna do our job to get off our feet, try to get ready for the next one. But it's tough to have that high energy every day. But we're trying to find ways to win ball games. So I wish it was some magical potion I could tell you would help. But right now, it's just us getting our rest and come in with a free mind.
And we take a look here at Dwayne Wade in the fourth quarter. 14 of his 31 in the final 12 minutes. Took 12 shots, made 7 of them. And as you can see, Sam, he wasn't there to rebound or pass. He was there to score in the fourth quarter. Is this something we're going to see continuing in games going forward?
Well, I think Brevin said it off camera we was talking. LeBron James, the guy to get you to the fourth quarter. Dwayne Wade is the guy to close it out. And that's why LeBron came there. He wanted to be in a situation. To me, LeBron James is the best facilitator in the NBA. He's the closest guy that will ever come close to averaging a triple-double if you play him at the point guard. But Dwayne Wade is something about guys in the last 2, 3, 4 minutes of a game that want the ball. They can be playing horrible, but those last 2, 3 minutes, those the guys have the ball because they want that pressure, and they don't mind if they come up short.
Brevin, I'd love to get your thoughts on that as well. The late game dynamic for the Heat, who takes the shot and who facilitates.
I think Sam hit it on the head. There's no doubt who takes the shot in the end of the game. Chris Bosh said it through the summer. He said it earlier. He liked to see the ball in Dwayne Wade's hand. Nobody dismissed his comment on the Miami Heat's team. They all understand that in the end, Dwayne Wade has done it. No knock against LeBron James and what he's able to do with his talents. But like Sam said, those talents get you to the point where you can win the game. And then you turn it over to the guy that can now finish the game, and that's Dwayne Wade. You saw it here tonight, 7 for 12, 14 big points. Without him in that situation, where would the Miami Heat be?
And we take a look now at the forward matchup in this game, LeBron and Bosh against Ryan Anderson and Hedo Turkoglu.
Really?
And the people at home are saying, yo, LeBron and Bosh are perennial all-stars. Turkoglu and Anderson have never made an all-star game, and 37-7 was the result. James and Bosh over Turkoglu and Anderson. The combined shooting, 13 of 27 for the Miami guys, 3 of 11 for Orlando's
I got
forwards.
a question for you. If they would have had those stats and they saved keep the Dwight Howard game in Orlando, would Dwight still be there?
He was changing his tune like by the second when they beat the Heat earlier this week, okay? So that's a great question for you guys. How much did that win have to do with Dwight feeling better about that situation enough to sign that waiver?
I think it helped and aided him saying, yes, I'm going to stay another year. I think he believes that this team has a chance to win. But those guys, and more so Hedo Turkoglu than anybody, he has to step up and be a better playmaker, scorer for this team. I haven't seen it in a couple of years. And I heard Hubie Brown say tonight, where is his energy? I just don't see it from him. And that's the way he's looked the last couple of years, like not interested in playing basketball.
And a missed opportunity for the Orlando Magic. They had an opportunity. They came in 4 games back of Miami. With a win, they could have tightened it up to 3, as it is Miami wins, and it's now a 5-game lead for Miami over Orlando there at 2-3. Basically 5 games separating. Miami essentially clinched at least a top 2 spot with this win on Sunday.
Exactly. And you look at that forward comparison. Turkoglu and Ryan Anderson are 3-point shooters. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, those guys get to the basket. Chris Bosh, those guys get to the basket. So it's never going to be a comparison. That's the problem with the Orlando Magic.
Right.
They rely on those 2 guys rely on 3-point shots. And if they're not going in, they don't get to the free throw line. They don't facilitate. They don't have assists. So if they're not making threes, they're not doing anything for you. And they're not great defenders.